just because they give one or two dark-skinned black people that y'all happen to like a few dollars, y'all will sell y'all soul for that shit. That's just some hoe shit. And I also think the same thing socially. Just because when other cultures or people decide that they want to hang black people that we love and respect, we let that shit happen. If you look at a lot of lynching pictures, because I study history, if you look at when black people used to get lynched back in the day, you used to see black people standing around doing nothing. All y'all talk about how much you love Jesus. Y'all let you let them put him on the cross. And he told you he was the son of God, and you said you believed him, and you let them crucify him, and you stood by? You a bitch. Stood back, and all y'all niggas said y'all gangsters, you hoes. And I believe that with all my life, and that ain't the alcohol. Man, I love this shit, dog. But I be out here by myself, and y'all let me be by myself, and then you wonder why I don't give a fuck now. I'm not emotional about this shit. I'm emotional about the motherfuckers that have a certain level of culture and honor.
First and foremost, I like to get out the way. I agree with what he was saying, like his point that he was getting across. I agree with it. I just feel like once he used Jesus as his example, it triggered a contrary response. I feel like that was a bad example, and I'm gonna explain why. But outside of that, I agree with what he's saying for a side note. All right, boom, let's break this down. All right, say you claim that you rocking for Jesus or whatever. Now you caught up in Jesus' situation. Now y'all both getting crucified. You didn't stop or save anything. You feel what I'm saying? Religiously speaking, Jesus was getting crucified to save humanity from sin. You just would have been dying just to die. And then you got those that's like, yeah, but that's individually speaking. He's speaking of as a people. If there was like an army to defend Jesus, like maybe they could have stopped them to getting crucified. And it's like, yeah, possibly, even though, like, I guess if you want some David and Goliath type shit, because the Romans was the power force at the time, and Jesus and them definitely couldn't beat a Roman army. But I hear what you're saying, even if you're going that way. In that aspect, even if you're going against God, because God wanted Jesus to get crucified. So now we just going against God. I'm saying he used Jesus, so I just feel like that was a bad example. I feel what he's saying. He just should have used a different example than that one. And that's besides the fact, as it was written in the Bible, when the Romans came to get Jesus, Peter jumped out and started cutting niggas like y'all not about to grab Jesus. And Jesus turned to him like, nigga, relax, calm down, you tripping, and healed the nigga that Peter had cut. Banner was calling niggas bitch ass niggas because they stood around and let Jesus get crucified, but that was literally what he wanted. So is this about Jesus or your ego? Because to use Jesus as a frame of reference towards this particular point doesn't exactly fit, because that's not how Jesus would want us to act or react to strife.
Judas. Is it with a kiss that you betray the Son of Man?
Lord, shall we smite with the sword? Come on, arrest him.
Enough of this. You have to come with swords and clubs as though I were an outlaw. I was with you every day in the temple and you did not try to arrest me. But this is your hour to act, when the power of darkness rules.